And India overtakes Hong Kong as world's fourth largest stock market. India's stock market has overtaken Hong Kong's for the first time in another feat for the South Asian nation whose growth prospects and policy reforms have made it an investor darling. The combined value of shares listed on Indian exchanges reached $4.33 trillion as of Monday's close versus $4.29 trillion for Hong Kong. And this is according to the data that was compiled by Bloomberg. Now, that makes India the fourth biggest equity market globally, and its stock market capitalization crossed $4 trillion for the first time on December 5th, with about half of that coming in the past 4 years. Equities in India have been booming thanks to a rapidly growing retail investor base and strong corporate earnings. The world's most populous country has positioned itself as an alternative to China, attracting fresh capital from global investors and companies alike, thanks to its stable political setup and a consumption-driven economy that remains among the fastest growing of major nations. And our senior editor Pallavi Ghosh is now joining us on the story with more details on this. Pallavi, what does it mean, India overtaking Hong Kong's market?
And this is actually done, Sakshi, by over 20 billion and largely in the iPhone sector, which means the smartphone sector. See, this has also been one sector where the government has given in a lot of push to ensure that investments takes place. For example, opening up of an iPhone manufacturing unit near Chennai. So these are the kind of softs which have been given to multinationals, also to the smartphone and the mobile sector. And these have important repercussions. One, while we talk about Atmanirbharta, we also want to make India an attractive destination or investment hub for the global players. I think these figures which are coming out of India's electronics exports are surpassing 20 billion, and with the iPhones dominating the entire spike that we are talking about, does send out that messaging. But at the same time, it also talks about the fact that how India's growth story is actually going up, rather than those who say that India's been having a downward growth. All of this becomes very important, especially ahead of the budget session, which is going to be the last budget going to be presented by this government. Politically speaking also, Sakshi, this also sends out a very positive imaging as far as the government's growth story is concerned.
All right, Pallavi, thank you so much for that context. And right now we're shifting